Hey Kyle, what's going on? Can you hear me? Cool. So today I'm using Streamlabs. Yesterday I was stuck using the phone, so I spent some time trying to figure out Streamlabs. I think you're going to get a better quality stream from this rather than using my phone. And I'm also able to talk to you straight from my microphone on my desktop. Okay, awesome. Are you on? Do you happen to be on the desktop or on your phone? Because I think I can stream to. It's supposed to be streaming to both right now. Which the obviously the phone version I have to like crop it down, but hey Joe, were you here yesterday for the live stream? And yeah, I just did it some kind of just like last minute. I still want to mess around with this Streamlabs software because I'd like to put up a countdown on how much time is left because there's basically 4 hours exactly. I think that would be pretty awesome. And I'm not stuck having my phone being used as the streaming software. So that's pretty awesome. I could like, I'm going to figure out how to set this up with multiple printers. The software has so much stuff on here, overlay. Maybe that's what I want. No, I don't want no gaming overlay. I just want to put some text, some countdown text. Yeah, I have the front door open on the H2C. And I'm also streaming the audio from the camera that's filming it, and then also the audio from my microphone on my computer. The same basically setup that I use for recording my videos. So super new here, newbie for doing live streams, that's for sure. Oh, nice. Yeah, but they were saying it was going to be beginning of December, and I was like, nah, it's going to be way sooner. Watch. And then, sure enough, this morning, the P2S and the H2C are both released. Yeah, you definitely need to have lots of multiple screens open to be able to do this stuff. You got like the Streamlabs software up, you've got the YouTube control panel that shows you a little bit more information and data. But yeah, I just opened up the live stream on the channel. It looks really good, actually. What's going on, Gecko Gods? Glad I was able to help you. That's what my channel's for. I wonder if I could fit the other mask in here. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Appreciate it. Yeah, this second mask is coming out a lot cleaner. I had a couple minor layer shifts, and that first mask was literally literally the first print. I printed a benchy first, and then I printed that mask right after it. 2 days straight. This one's been going. Will be. Let's see. I think it was like 1 day and 20 hours or 22 hours or something like that. So I scaled this mask down just a little bit. And then if my daughter wants one, I'll have to scale it down again. I don't know if she's going to really want one though. Maybe if I print it in like pink and purple. Now if I can just figure out on my channel how to update the thumbnail, because I think it's just showing like my channel background or something. What was the problem that you were having on your mini? Or was it you were just trying to figure something out? Oh, there it goes. It updated the video. I guess the thumbnail is now the video stream. Man, I can't believe the haters though. I got like 100 likes on my stream yesterday and 4 thumbs down. Like, what what was it about my stream that you did not like? That I was helping people too much and answering questions, or what was it? It's like people are crazy. Oh, okay. So your prints weren't coming out clean. I'm gonna be putting out another video here soon. It's gonna be super beginner to like help with, because people were complaining that my smooth video wasn't like the side of the prints, and it was basically a you know an ironing calibration video. So I'm gonna put out another one. I made some adjustments to this print, and I can definitely see some changes. It's a little bit better. Yeah, Ray, I have an A1 and an A1 Mini, and obviously, if you watch my videos, you'll know I mount them above, um, because of the lack of space, and even all my printers except for the few that I'm working on and testing and doing videos on are in here in my office, but everything is in the garage right now. So, and it's on like a workbench that I built a long time ago on wheels, and they're just basically sitting on that in the middle of in the side of the garage. So I need as much space as I possibly can get. And I actually started selling some of my older ones that I don't really use because I don't have any more room. Which is great for the people that are local here. they they always come and buy one. They're like, "Let me know when you're selling another one." I'm like, "Just follow me on Marketplace and I'll post it." I mean, because a lot of the machines they don't have very much use out of them because I spread my prints out between all my printers. My P1s have got a ton of hours on them though. I would say 4,000, at least 4,000 on one, and probably 6 or 7,000 on another. Oh yeah. Well, on the A1s, clogs on the A1s are super easy to fix. I mean, I love those. And it seems like a lot of other manufacturers are going that route with quick swappable nozzles and things like that, which is good because back, you know, years ago before Bambu, it was very tedious to fix that stuff. Patrick, what kind of recommendations are you looking for? I mean, basically, I would need to know what you plan to print first. If you are going to print stuff like this with like 2,000 nozzle changes, then I mean, the H2C will pay for itself probably within the first year over compared to another machine. I mean, the P2S, you've got that 256 build plate, and It's not super small, but now that I've got my hands on an H2S and this H2C, and I've also got some other manufacturers like Anycubic, Cobra Max, and which I've been having some issues with, but that's another story. But I mean, the build plates on those are pretty big. I started with a 500 by 500 volume, which was my very first printer on a glass bed. And that was fun. No auto leveling, and oh my gosh. And it was like you definitely had to use hairspray, and you had to level it out with like duct tape. It was just crazy stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, after your first unclog, it's all downhill after that. You'll be like, I'm gonna rip into this sucker. If it gets clogged again, it's easy. Oh, Larry, you talking about the people that thumbs down? Yeah, who knows? I get thumbs down on a lot of my videos. I mean, not like a large amount. It nowhere compares to the thumbs up, but I'm used to it. I build I built an online forum before Facebook groups and all of that stuff. I used to own a huge off-road website forum, and we'd get 2 million hits a month, and it was just constant people being petty, hiding behind their keyboards. I don't know. I'm used to it. They just get blocked from the channel. So I mean, not the thumbs down, but the people that literally trying to hate on with a comment or something, they just get blocked. Patrick, I've had no problems. After this is done, I'm gonna do another H2C video. Um, you'll see what it is once I publish it. But I've had, I don't know, at least 10 people ask about the bed adhesion problem. I'll show you once this stream is done and this helmet is done or mask. I'll make another video and I'll publish it. But as far as bed adhesion, I have not had any problems at all. I have a feeling that other creator that published that video, maybe he had a bad bed. I don't know. It could have been, the wiring or whatever goes through to heat the bed up. Could have been bad in a spot. But I filled the entire bed with prints already, printing the AMS flipper mod, and I didn't have one problem at all. Oh, I don't. As far as people not liking my videos, I don't know. There could be a ton of different reasons. Who knows? There's multiple ways to do things with 3D printing, and if I don't explain it the way that they think is right or whatever, maybe they think that I'm wrong, or who knows? Yeah, I agree, Ray. Well, if you were like around when the Centauri Carbon was, released, um, I published the video when it was released and sold a bunch of those. But they were, you could buy them, but you couldn't get it for like 3 months or more. I mean, 3 months if you bought it right when it was released on the website. But if you waited like a week and bought it, you were waiting like 6 months sometimes. I mean, there's no way to anticipate. I don't even understand how these companies can anticipate how many units they need to have ready at a launch. I mean, they can have past data and everything like that, but how do you really know how many you're going to sell? So we're just at, if you're joining us, we're just at under 4 hours left on this mask to be completed. I'm not seeing the layer shifts that I had at on the first mask. They were just minor towards the top. It's probably just because this mask is very tall. So the camera is sitting on the ground. It's not touching the table or the printer at all. So yes, the actual printer is wobbling. If you've owned any kind of H2 unit, they, I don't know what they call them. The feet, they're like dampener feet. They're kind of rubbery. So when you put it on the table and you just kind of put some pressure on the side of the printer will actually like wobble in a circular motion. Compared to like a P1, P1s don't do this at all. They kind of move a little bit, but I think it helps with the inertia of the tool head moving around. Because I mean, these things are getting super fast. The tool heads are getting heavier, so you have more weight being thrown around faster and faster. So I think that's why the machine does what it does. It wobbles. So, I mean, I'm sure they spent tons of money testing, and this is the solution that they came up with. I mean, I could show some footage of it. Let me see. You can watch that for a little bit. I don't know if the live stream will capture it, but oh my gecko, that's pretty funny. Yeah, you definitely need some magnets. I'd suggest buying some those really strong. They're like called earth magnets or whatever. I have a whole bunch of them, but I mean, some of them are so strong that you can barely even pull them apart. It's crazy how strong they are. So as far as quality goes, I would say I don't have an X1, just to put that out there. I have P2S, I have P1s, I have A1s. I mean, you're honestly gonna get very similar quality. I I think that this printer prints really well. I mean, for it doing 2,000 nozzle changes, I don't see any imperfections as far as that goes. And who this printer is for is if you're printing stuff like what I'm doing right now. I'll put the stream back up. So like as far as cost savings, if you didn't watch my video, my H2C video that I published yesterday, um, I do a cost breakdown on it. I base the cost on $15 a roll. Right now, you can get them a lot cheaper if you use the Black Friday sale and buy 18 rolls. Which I, if you're buying filament, I would definitely buy a minimum of 18 rolls, especially at this time. But I did a cost breakdown of like 10 of these masks would save you 20 days. The time too. The you're going to save 20 days on 10 masks. So two days each mask, because this is supposed to be a 4-day print on an H2S or a P2S or an X1 or whatever you want to call it. So it would take that long. And then the filament waste would end up being, 2,000 nozzle swaps. I think you're saving around $10 a, a print every time you print it one. Yeah, Gecko, I'm not 18. So YouTube is just my side fun. I enjoy it. I love teaching. I build websites and do marketing. That's what I do. That's what pays the bills. YouTube, you would think, with how many subscribers, I mean, I don't have a ton, but that I would be pulling in a lot more money, but it doesn't pay. It doesn't pay very well. Yeah, comparison time savings, filament savings. I mean, just think about over the course of 1 year. 118. Yep. Doctor, yeah. Let me see. I do have I was going to print ABS and ASA, but you can see this printer sitting, like, this is where I work. It's sitting 3 feet from me. And I was like, I don't I don't know. I can't be breathing those kind of fumes in. So I opted out of it, and that's why I don't have any testing like that in my video. I've only had the machine less than 2 weeks, so I didn't have a whole lot of option, especially when I'm sending 2-day prints to it. But I will. I need to make some room in my garage. I just really like having this machine sitting in here with me. But it is a little noisy. My H2S is on the other side of the room, but yeah, for doing printing with that kind of material, I'm leery. I mean, even this is all PLA, and to be honest, I don't really have that maple smell that you usually get. I don't know I don't know why, but normally I definitely, when I had my A1s in here, I would definitely, I would get a headache in here running a print. So I would have to like take breaks working, and I was like, okay, I can't do this. So I ended up moving those out, obviously. But even on my P1s, when I would print, I mostly print PETG though. So printing the skulls, like dinosaur skulls and things like that, print mostly PETG just for the strength. I'm doing, you know, a lot of multi-part prints, so they get glued together, the strength of it. Um, Me living in Arizona, it's hot everywhere except for right now. It's been nice, rainy the last 2 days. But PETG doesn't have that same maple syrup smell that gives you that headache. So I didn't know anything about it because I would mostly just print PETG when I first started. Never PLA. But when you're doing cool prints like this, I mean the colors for the, you know, the PETG stuff is getting better, but there's a lot more options in PLA. Yeah, headache. I would get headaches from PLA prints. And this one is like, yeah, I have the front door open on it. I don't even smell it. Yeah, so my plan this next year, early next year, I'm hoping I plan to build an attached garage onto my house, and behind it would be an office addition as well, and that office addition would be where all my printers will go, and I'm gonna install some kind of a ventilation thing I can hook up, you know, each of the printers if it's sitting, you know, like let's say I have printer like 5 printers side by side. I can hook a ventilation hose up to them and then run it, have some kind of a vent thing that goes out. Just to be on the safe side and not have to worry about what type of materials. But I don't understand how these you see these print farm companies. I don't know if they're walking around with freaking masks or what, or they just have some really great ventilation systems. But you know, I had one A1 running, printing a stupid dragon. I'm over here with a headache. um, the PLA I use, I mean I use Bambu PLA. Obviously, that's everything right here is Bambu. I've used Jo, King Rune, um, Polymaker. They all they all kind of have that same smell, and it might be the specific colors too that are worse than others. Yeah, the supports on this machine are freaking cool looking. I've had some of the other prints. I should have. Do I have some? I think I threw them. Oh wait, no, I have some in the trash right here. Oh yeah. Check this. This was from the first print, the first mask. So I mean, the prime towers are obviously a weight, though they're waste, but my daughter loves them, so she gets them all. I have no idea what she uses them for, but she uses for something for her little toy horses or whatever. I don't have any bed heating issues. No, zero. I'm gonna make a video tomorrow on that. But I mean, you could see this mask right here. It covers a good portion of the bed. And I don't have my, you can see the brim I put on my supports, and they're completely flat. So time for me is 1:40 p.m. Yeah, the supports they're pretty trippy looking. So this is the Bambu H2C that was released yesterday. They are now available to purchase in the US. The link is in the description. Affiliate link is in the description of the video. If you wanted to support the channel, you could use that link. It just takes you to the Bambu Lab landing page. Everybody thought it was going to take a long time to get them. I knew it was going to come quicker. I didn't know it was going to come today, but I think there's like 3 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah, 3 hours and 26 minutes left. And I believe it was 1 day and 20 hours or 22 hours, something like that. A little bit less than the first print because I scaled it down. Although I was going to try and add a fifth color by hand in Bambu Studio, but I was trying to get my video done and ready for yesterday's launch, and I wanted to get this mask started that same night, and I totally bombed and forgot. I was just gonna color in some because I'm using white. I was gonna use that same bone color, which is kind of like an off-white color, and just fill in some areas with it. Totally forgot, but I will probably do that for the future. Yeah, almost 2 days. If anybody in here knows how to use Streamlabs and how I can pull out maybe a text block or something on top of this so I can put in a timer or a countdown on the print. Just go to printables.com and type in Ripper, R-I-P-P-E-R mask. I can't even figure out how to type in the chat in Streamlabs. I have to like, let me open up my control panel on YouTube. Um, um, yeah, I'm a complete noob with this live streaming. I need to like spend some time and like really get it figured out. It's very strange. I have way more viewers on the desktop than I do on their phone. Oh, if you guys can too, hit the like button on this. See if it'll help boost it a little. Post. I'm trying to find the YouTube. Oh, there it is. The YouTube control panel, live control panel. I couldn't find it. There, now I can chat. I'll put a link anyways for anybody that was interested just to click on it. The mask is free. Yeah, the first time I started this printer up and watched it, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever. Feels like a factory in here now. Yeah, if you're new to the stream, it is the Bambu H2C 3D printer that was just released yesterday in Germany. I've had a unit for almost 2 weeks or about 2 weeks. I figured a lot of people would like to see it in action, so there you go. Appreciate it, Clayton. Well, you should be hearing the machine from the camera that's filming. I, I'm guessing, I hope you can. It shows that you can hear it. So you can at least hear how it sounds. It's noisy because I have the door open. That's one thing. If I close the door, then it's a lot more quiet. Where is this? So I'm here to answer any questions if you guys want, or if you guys have, not want, if you guys have any questions. The machine starts at $23.99. The advantage of this machine over a lot of the others, at least a lot of the other Bambu ones, there's other machines that are coming out with tool head changers and things like that, but over just a regular 3D printing AMS machine, I mean, the poop, this machine does not have any filament poop waste. So for this particular for this particular mask, it's around $10 savings on a 15, if you paid $15 per roll. I wonder how one of these masks would look in like transparent PETG. Or even like have just a stripe in a transparent like color or something. Yeah, so then when you see that the Vortex tool changer over on the right hand side, what it does is it cuts the filament. The AMS rolls the filament back out. Then it goes over and grabs the new nozzle that already has that same color in the nozzle. And what it's doing right now is it's induction heating up that nozzle super quick. And then now it's pressurizing it on the prime tower. And then it starts printing. And then right there, that just took a screenshot for the time lapse. So that's what that just did. Because I have it set to smooth time lapse, so it moves the tool head out of the way to take a photo. So normally it wouldn't do that, but it only wastes like an extra 3 seconds or 4 seconds, but it added like another hour and a half to the total print time. I don't own an H2D, so I can't give you any insight on any of that. I don't even have any of that kind of material. I'm just looking that up. That PVA material easily dissolved in water. Hmm. Yeah, I've never used that before. That's interesting. I mean, I do so I make my adjustments to my supports, and I've definitely can tell you this. I've noticed when removing supports from models like this, the witch that I printed, and a few other models that I haven't shown on my video, that the supports, I mean, I just did a few modifications to the support settings, and they come off very smooth. Now I don't know, I don't know if it's the machine itself, but I mean, I could show you the top of this where on the first print where it was underneath the front of the helmet. So when I was removing the supports on the first mask, I mean, it came off really easily. Yeah, this PVA material is pretty cool. I actually have not looked into any of this. I've never used any specialty support material yet. If you follow my channel, you'll know I print like a lot of dinosaur skulls, so a lot of my stuff gets painted anyways. I mean, $31 for a roll of this stuff is a bit costly. I try to keep my costs down as much as I can, especially when I'm I mean, my Triceratops print was, I think, 80 rolls or some crap like that. I made it extra freaking heavy. But I'm working on a new video on doing bigger prints and less waste, less infill, all kinds of stuff, but still strong. Hey Marco, I just saw your chat. What are you talking about? This is the QR for the nozzles? I would definitely look into that PVA if I had prints that, they I needed like zero abrasion from the supports. But man, that's a hard one to swallow at $32. This printer is $23.99. I don't know what it is in other countries. $23.99. It's the H2C. There's a link in the description of the live stream. So I'll probably start looking in. I'll probably get some of the support material here, since I have a since I have the H2C with the two extruders, and give it a whirl. But like I mentioned a couple minutes ago, the supports, they come off super easy. I don't know if it's the settings that I'm using or what it is, but every model I've been taking off, they're not getting stuck at all. I mean, the little witch had the staff with the big old arch in it. I was worried it was going to break, but I didn't have any problems at all. After I cut the support off, it kind of fell off of it. The printer, yeah, the printer was sent to me from Bambu. But I'm contemplating buying one. Another one. I appreciate that. No, this camera is a DJI pocket camera I'm using. But the cameras are better in these machines. In the H series machines, are a little bit higher quality. They're definitely not like the cameras that are on the A1 or the P1s. I mean, man, those things are blurry, and and they don't stream very well. Awesome. Yeah, for clogs too on the A1, if you get one of those uncloggers, it's like a metal rod with a handle on it. Makes it pretty easy to fix too. You just heat the nozzle up. I think I did a video on it. I'm pretty sure. You just heat the nozzle up to like 270. Take that little unclogger, pull off the top, unconnect the top on the A1, and then just push that stuck filament through. Yeah, the P1 cameras are pretty bad. I actually have all the and if you watch my P1 maintenance videos, I think it's in that. It might not. Maybe it is. But I added those little. They're like little $18 Tapo cameras, and those things are like I don't know 2.7K, and their quality is way better. No, I don't have. Only light that's coming into here is the window is open. That's it. It's actually pretty dark in here. And yeah, there's two light bars if you want to see. So you got light bars on the sides, left and the right, not just one side. Never understood why they just put one light bar or no light bar. Yeah, huge difference. If you don't have an H2, there's also, let me show you this cool feature too. So this right here is actually a progress bar. So when you start your print, this light is over here. And as the print goes, it lights up right here. And of course, it changes colors like when it's downloading a file or getting ready or doing stuff. It'll change colors and like flash. Or if the filament gets stuck, it'll flash red at you and just sit there and flash. I mean that is pretty slick right there. That's some Mercedes Benz stuff. Yeah, they definitely made the they definitely made the H2 have some really cool features. Editor. Nobody in here knows how to add like a countdown text in Streamlabs. Let's see. Add a widget. Oh, here we go. I got a tip jar. Let's see if we can fill up a $5 tip jar. Just kidding. We can do spin the wheel, member goal, super chat, a poll. I just want some simple text. That's it with a countdown. That's all I need. Sponsor banner, credits. I wonder if I need to add like a specific app or something. I need to watch some YouTube videos. App Store. Let's see what this is. You would think there would be like a super easy way to just add some text.
They got my message. I didn't even join my calls. She said the request is on his desk. She said today's a surgery day, so he's been in surgery all day. My fault. I called. Oh.
It's not color. Do I use a rig to record? No. I've tried to simplify. Actually, I need to adjust that camera. I've tried to simplify all my filming. I have multiple DSLR cameras because I used to shoot photography and stuff. It's just you don't need that stuff. To me, I don't need it. I don't have any room for it either. Because you know, you need tripods and all this other crap. Nope, just a simple DJI little microphone I clip to my hat because it seems like the audio is better than clipping it on my shirt. I don't know what it was. I recorded a video and it was clipped to my shirt and the audio sounded so bad. I had to fix it in editing. So I've been just clipping it to my hat and it seems to be a little better. I always wondered why people did that. Now I understand. To get subs on YouTube, thumbnail for sure. I use Photoshop. I've been using Photoshop for 25 years, so that's why my thumbnails are pretty. They're okay. They're good. They're good enough. I don't outsource it to anybody. A lot of big channels, they outsource everything. Their editing and their thumbnail creation. Nope, I do all of it. I mean, Photoshop, you could use Canva. Canva might have some good templates. YouTube thumbnail templates. Can I help? I don't have time to help you. I would just go on YouTube and search how to make thumbnails. There's also templates. I mean, you can probably find some good templates. Just search up YouTube Photoshop templates, thumbnail templates. I'm sure you could probably find some. Let's see. I missed the question. Is the extruder on the left swappable, like easy to swap out or clean? Yeah. Yeah, it's the same. It's the H. It's the H series swappable nozzle. Let me grab one. I have one sitting right here. It's like a, I mean, it's basically, it's right here. It's this nozzle. It's the A1 style. This is the left extruder nozzle. You can see right here. It just got the magnet right there. You just right in. Well, use my link. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see any machines that aren't hot or quick swappable anymore. Like that's just one of those features that is, standard now. Standard like auto bed leveling, standard calibration, standard hot swap nozzles, standard better lighting, standard what else? Standard, I don't know, maybe standard multicolor tool changers now. I don't know. But you see what I'm saying. Once they get the technology there, it doesn't make sense for them to ever go back. And Bambu does a really good job at incrementally adding to their platform of printers. Like they knew when they came out with the H2D, obviously they knew this machine was going to be basically the same thing, just with the tool changer. And they built it like that. And then why not release the H2S with a little bit bigger build plate like everybody's been wanting? And it's basically the exact same thing. The H2S is the exact same thing as the H2D. Like it even has a spot for dual extruders, yet there's no dual extruder on the tool head. So to save costs and to be able to release it, they just basically use the guts and skeleton of the H2D. For any of you guys that are on the mobile live stream, I just made the image bigger, but it crops out a lot of it. Do you guys prefer that, or should I make it smaller? Yeah, this thing is pretty amazing. Anyway. There it goes. So everybody that's watching, where are you guys located? New Jersey, nice. Brooklyn, sweet. I'm like on the opposite side of you guys. Atlanta, yeah. I'm in Arizona. I'm about three hours out from Phoenix and 2 hours from Las Vegas. I wish that they would do some more 3D printing events in Vegas. I don't know why they don't. Christmas ornaments, yeah. I'm trying to get rid of Christmas ornaments this year. I think every year, a little bit more. We used to have a huge Christmas tree, and now the tree is a little bit smaller, the new one, and they just don't fit anymore. So every year, time to get rid of some of the old stuff. And some of them that's like, where did this tree ornament come from? You don't even remember. Yeah, and Bamboo sent. Yeah, they sent it to me. Yes, it was free. Yes. Yeah, vet. I've got a lot more content around this machine, so got to make it so that their investment's worth it, I guess. But I like the machine. Oh yeah, and the lighting too. It has the two light bars. It's the same on the H. I believe it's the same on the H2D and the H2S. Like I was talking before, they pretty much took the same skeleton and made three printers out of it. The H2C, the H2D, and the H2S are. I mean, obviously they're all the same H series models, but it just goes to show how they're smart with their innovation and you know taking what's working and just building onto that instead of trying to reinvent the wheel and come out with something new, like a new type of printer or whatever it may be. And they did the same thing with the X and the P series. They're pretty much the same printer. You have a lot of the same guts. And it's interesting how they went to this rail system, which is the same rail system that they came up with for the A1 series. So obviously they saw something that worked really great with that rail system over what is in the P1s. Although the P2s still uses the same rail system as the P1s. I don't know the technical advantages of those two different systems, but they obviously liked that rail system. No, I don't have an H2D. Is that nozzle on the right getting? I'm just looking at it on live stream. It looks like it's got some clog on it. Oh no, it doesn't. It's not. It wasn't on the nozzle. It's on the little flipper. So there's like a little flipper that goes between the two nozzles, and well, it goes to the left nozzle, and it'll keep it from oozing. There's a little piece of filament stuck to it. I don't even know where that came from. We're down to 2 hours and 28 minutes left. Oh, the laser version? Yeah. I personally would never buy the laser version though. I don't even know what the price difference actually is. Let me look that up. Bambu. Let's see. What do we got going here? So H2D. So you can get an H2D with no AMS for $17.49. Then the AMS version is $2,000, and then so 504. They want $549 for the laser upgrade. I don't know. To me, there's so many laser machines out there. I would I would probably just buy a separate machine. I wouldn't even buy one in the H2D. So if you're talking H2D, which is 19.99, I guess, isn't it? Or is it cheaper when you go to seven? Let's see. Yeah, 19. So 19.99 to the H2C is like $400. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of laser machines that you can get for, I think 10 watt ones for like $500. I have an A1, the Creality A1 laser. And that thing's pretty sweet. And I think those are like 500 bucks right now, 550. So basically almost the same price. And now you have a separate machine. You could be doing lasering on one and printing on the other. But that's just my thoughts on that. Yeah, I mean if if space is an issue, then I would definitely probably do that. But I don't know, having laser inside my house, I I guess it does have a filtration system, so or does it? Does it have a filtration system? I've never looked into it because it was never interest to me. Point two, just a standard. Looks like it's doing a lot of the support rings, getting ready for the top brim of the helmet coming up here. I could probably zoom in if you want to see closer look. Focus? No, it's too close. Yeah, this one definitely came out better than the first one. Like I said, the first one was the actual real first print I did on the machine. I just went straight for a 2-day print and decided to print the first mask from my video. There's a couple little issues at the top, like tiny little layer shifts. This one doesn't seem to have any of that. And one of the layer shifts was my problem or my fault. I changed the speed on it. I was gonna slow it down. And I was like, I'll just leave it. So I sped it back up, and it caused a little tiny variation that you can barely see. But there's like one or two others from the print itself. But this one seems to be pretty pretty good, pretty smooth. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely need to vent it somewhere for sure. For me, I don't have anywhere to do that here in my office. And another thing too, I have my I have this front door open, so it really isn't able to control the environment as far as heat goes. And I have my window open, which is it's cold outside today. So for that, I think it's doing well. I think it knows that there's a piece of filament stuck on that little thing because it keeps wiping the nozzle. Oh, did it get it? I think it actually recognized that there was a piece of filament stuck on that nozzle. I don't even know what that thing is called. What is that thing called? Let's see. Where is that thing? I can't find it. Maybe it's under. Hold on. I have the H2 booklet right here. I wonder if it'll tell me. It'll probably tell me the name of it. So there's a latch. There's a latch that unlocks and locks the vortex nozzle. That's called the induction hot in latch, and it sticks out to the right side. But there's a little mechanism that plugs the nozzle on the left from oozing, and I can't think of what the name of it is. It's not in this booklet either. So weird. Oh, 13. Flow, they call it the flow blocker. It's like a little finger that flips over and like plugs the nozzle, and it had a piece of filament stuck on it. And I noticed the tool head kept going over and wiping, and I think it caught that piece of filament and got rid of it. Oh yeah, you can see it. It's pushed to the back of it now. I'll have to remove that after the print's done. Yeah, it just flipped right there. That was it. When the nozzle goes up, that little flipper switches over. Yeah, the whole bed needs to be changed because the H2C has a slightly smaller bed than the H2D. You need to get that room in there. I'll I'll reach out to Bambu and see if they would want me to do a video on that. I don't know if I'm gonna get myself into something crazy, but I probably could handle that. I think. I mean, I've done soldering on electronics and things like that. I think I could probably handle it. I don't know what you guys are actually hearing, but you are hearing the machine with the door open. It's it's quite a bit quieter when the door's shut. Like a lot, probably more than half as noisy when the door is shut. Yeah, I don't think the problem is on the size of the vortex would, and only having smaller amount of nozzles, because you still have to have the same width of spacing. So I don't even know if that would even matter, because that's where you're really losing your bed sizing, is from side to side. Yeah, I got the ultimate nozzles. They showed up the other day. I have them installed, so I have all 0.4 millimeter nozzles on there. So I can. I only have one AMS though for this. I would have to steal an AMS from another machine to get that many colors. So we'll see. It would definitely be something fun to try out, though. I mean, I'm only doing 4 colors with this thing right here, so I wanted to do the fifth one, but I forgot to hand paint in the colors. Why is the category? I just noticed that. My streaming category is under gaming. No, we're not gaming here. I don't know if that's actually going to matter, but I'll switch it to tech. No, I don't own a tool head switcher like the Prusa XL or the U1 machines or that Wonder Maker one. Are those the ones that you're referring to? Yeah, I don't have a U1. If they want to send me one, I will show it off, but I don't know. It seems like a pretty good machine though, I think. Right. Yeah, I mean, it's also the software in your settings too. It's not just the printer alone. Like I made some adjustments to this print and it seems to be doing better than the first one. I just basically did bare bones on the first print, modified a little bit of the support settings and just ran with it. And I literally started a 2-day print 30 minutes after I unboxed it. So I was just trying to get that first print running and just go with it. Yep. So my second time around, I adjusted a few settings. What kind of prints do you do? Like what is your typical print? Because that's not anywhere close to my typical. I'm kind of the opposite. You must be printing small, like small stuff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You just use a point 0.4 nozzle. You don't use anything smaller. I've tried to use a point 0.2 nozzle, and I don't really see much of a difference at all. I could see this machine with like I could see this machine being pretty cool for printing a bunch of like tabletop characters in color at like the lowest layer height setting, because now you can print like, I don't know, if they're only like maybe an inch and a half, 2 inches tall. You can have probably 300 color swaps on something tiny like that. I mean, you could save quite a bit of money printing full color and selling stuff like that. Yeah, I can agree with that for sure. For this print, I would definitely stick with the 0.2. You could go even lower, but it's very detailed. That might be something I might do too in the future. Bump the layer height down on a mask like this. I mean, if you're like 2 inches away looking at it, you can see a little bit of the layer heights. But if like for me looking at it from here to it printing right now, pretty it looks pretty solid. And that's like 3 feet, 2.5 feet. So if you're just joining, this is the H2C live stream. The printer was released yesterday. You can now purchase it in the US. It is available. There's a link in the description. It is an affiliate link to help support the channel. It's $23.99 for the basic model, which is, I mean, basic gets you everything. It gets you the AMS, gets you, I think it gets you 4.4 millimeter nozzles. You can upgrade and get more 0.4 millimeter nozzles if you want. I don't think the upgrade is much more, but then they also have 2 AMS option, which I'm contemplating in on that. Yep. No, it does. It comes with a set. It comes with a set of Vortex nozzles. You get one's already installed on the right hand side, and then you get 3 additional 0.4s, and then you get 1 additional or 1.2 and 1.6. The print file is, let me go grab the link again. It might still be in the chat, but I got it right here. The only reason I would do the ultimate is if you plan to print with more colors. So, and that has me really contemplating, but if you're doing more colors, you need an extra AMS. So I might be stealing an AMS somewhere, and I don't really want to do that. How much are AMSs right now, actually? AMS 279. Well, that's better than 350. Faster, like as in print speed, or it depends on what you're talking about. If I was to print the same mask on my P2S, it would be twice as long. It would take 2 days, and it would have a massive amount of poop after you were done. 2,000, at least 2,000 pieces. But as far as print speed, they're basically the same. When you start printing faster and faster and faster, you're more apt to get more issues with your prints, tiny layer shifts, and all kinds of little things. I would much rather slow the printer down and add an extra hour or two to whatever I'm printing and get a cleaner print than have it print faster. Because if you think, I mean, who sits here and watches your prints except for us right now? But you got a printer going in the garage, who cares? Let's let it go all day. And you slow it down, you're going to get higher quality. Yeah, so it'd be 4 days to print this on a P2S and 2 days on this H2C it took. And I'm just giving you a rough estimate. These are the numbers that I did when I ran the same slice to my H2S. So my H2S doesn't have the color swap vortex system. It was saying 4 days and 1 hour, and the H2C was 2 days and 4 hours. I yes, I did add brim. Well, I added brim to my supports, but I do that every time. I don't. It doesn't matter what print I'm printing on or what printer I'm printing on. I have a rule in. If you watch any of my tutorials, I have a rule with my support brims, and I always use support. I always use support brim. What's called support brim expansion. So print this size. I think I set it to like 12, which is moderate. I mean, I've done super tall prints, and I freaking just put a 20 brim on it because that I would rather it not fail. But no, I have no bed adhesion problems. I did a print with no brim, which was the AMS flipper mod. If you know what that is, it's a bunch of parts that get printed on across the entire bed, and it didn't have a single issue. So don't know why people are having issues with it, but I'm not. All right, Gecko. See ya. I appreciate that, Overboard. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps me out. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to help with answer questions to anybody. But if you think you're going to get bed adhesion problems, I wouldn't even bother. You're not you I'm telling you, you're not going to have any problems. It's the same bed as the H2D, so I don't know why people are saying it. It seems a little iffy and ishy, to me. That's just my thoughts on it. Just wait till tomorrow. I'll release a video. I have to wait for this print to finish to do it, but I have some ideas. Yeah, they could have had. For I actually have a client that makes heating elements, and they could have actually had a bad bed. I mean, that's just the nature of it. When you're manufacturing hundreds of thousands of the same thing over and over, you could have it. You can run into issues. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I I sell a similar product online, and we get, I think, one out of I think 1 out of 1,000 or 10,000 units, they'll just go bad prematurely, and it's almost the exact same thing. I don't know what their QC issue or QC workflow or procedure is. But if you're asking me if I had issues, I have not. And that's the God honest truth right there. But I don't know when they got their machines too. That's another thing. I've only had this for 2 weeks. I think I received mine pretty late because I think a lot of these guys have had them for at least a month, maybe two. So they had a lot more time. And theirs was made obviously before mine. But I don't know. I don't have any problems with mine. The only thing I can think of is it could have been an issue with the material, the heating bed material, because that's what will happen. The same thing. Like I said, I work with a factory that makes the same kind of material, and you could get issues where certain sections won't heat up. So anybody coming into the stream, this is an H2C Bambu released yesterday in Germany at Formnext. It prints without filament poop waste. Obviously, you can see there is a prime tower back there, but it's not going and purging 2,000 times for this particular print. So there's no waste there. It's $23.99. There's a link in the description. You can buy it now. They are available in the US. If anybody has any questions, that's what I'm here. I'm just at my desk working on things, answering questions. Yeah, they were saying it was going to be December, beginning December, and because they were waiting on FCC, and I guess it probably came through. They probably didn't want to say it was going to be here quick and then it take longer, so they probably just said it, probably 2 weeks, and that was where they were shooting, and it just happened to come in overnight. Yeah, so you pick your nozzle in Bamboo Studio like you normally do on the left hand side in that left menu, right where the printer area is in the top left, like left side up and up at the top. So point four, you install the nozzles in there after you hit slice and you hit print. I did a video actually on this. So if you go to my channel, there's the custom painted witch. I go through this entire process to show you how this all works. But You just go slice the model, and when you hit print, you now have a new menu that shows up. It will show you um, the nozzles that you have available in the tool changer, and then it will tell you which color will be connected to which nozzle. And that's basically all you do. And it actually calculates everything for you. You could do filament savings mode, which basically tells you where to put, because I have three colors that are in the AMS and one color that's on the external spool that's going into the left extruder. So that black is on the left hand side outside of the printer on the external spool. So you can do filament savings mode, and it will tell you where to put your filaments, like which ones it wants in the AMS and which one it wants um, on the um, on the left extruder, either on a separate AMS or on the spool. So you can go that route, or you can say convenience mode. You put your filaments wherever the heck you want, and it will calculate everything for you. So you get a little bit more savings if you use the savings mode. Obviously, convenience mode will allow you to first you got to map out where your colors are on the machine. You got to tell it that the black is on the external spool, and then it'll just go with what you have set up already. So it makes it easy. So you can pick both of those. And then there's a custom mode too. So there's three different options. When you hit print, it gives you an option to do those, to pick what you want to do, and maps it all out. Before you print, it says, red is going to be on nozzle 1, green is going to be on nozzle 3, and gray is going to be nozzle 4 or whatever. Um, I'm not sure what your question is on the TPU. I have not printed any TPU on here, so I can't give you a definitive answer. I have not done that yet. I don't really print a whole lot of TPU, but people are asking. I guess I have some rolls, so I can test it out here. I just haven't had a whole lot of time. I had to get as much testing in myself as I possibly could. And I stuck with what most people are going to ask about, which is, printing color printing color models, because that's what we're here, for this. It does multi-material too, but I think a larger portion of people are just going to worry about, printing colored models like this one. Yeah, so that would be definitely if you were going to print that kind of material to get the HT for sure. Yep. And you just run that. You basically run that into the left extruder. Does anybody have any questions? It's not just a live stream of the printer. I'm actually here answering questions. Yeah, there you go. Multicolor printing, and you don't have to worry about waste. I was never a fan of printing like that, so I just never printed multicolor stuff until now. Like I was going to print this mask for Halloween, but I didn't have the H2C, and it was 4 days on my H2S, and I was just like, no, I'm not I'm not doing that. And it was like 800. It was 860, 850 grams of filament wasted, almost an entire roll wasted. I was like, nah. I think I'm actually going to close out this live stream. I got to get a couple of things done. I can't do it while I'm streaming. So if anybody has any last questions, shoot them to me. Yep, that's mostly what I use mine for. Same thing. I do very large prints. Let me see if I can translate that. Um, an H2D would be, it depends. If you're not doing a bunch of different materials, then an H2D is fine. And you would save uh, the $400. Yeah, and I don't have a ton of experience using TPU. I've printed, I've printed some wheels, like rubber wheels with it. I printed some gaskets, but that's, I mean, that's kind of the extent of what I use TPU for. Perfect. Sounds awesome, Overboard. I appreciate it. Have a great day at work. No problem, buddy. I wish I could give you more of a better answer than that, but yeah, I don't use a whole lot of TPU. All right, guys, I am going to end this. I appreciate you joining me, asking questions. So if you haven't, I have 2 videos I released on this machine. I go into more detail about all of it, explain it, um, and give you my results on some different test prints and saving money by using this machine over just a regular like H2S with an AMS. But all right, guys, I will talk to you on my videos. Have a great night. there it was right there.